And we're live. 15 seconds earlier. 15 seconds earlier.
Gee, it's crazy. The sun's out. It's like in the middle of the sky, Dimitri. It's typically way, way, way at the horizon.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's wait for some people to join us.
There we go.
And we can begin. More people joining us. Guys, welcome. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm in Melbourne.
Honestly,
the weather is getting better here.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot. Tell us what you're doing now. Because frankly, it's the middle of the day opposed to the end of the day. So does that change? Is it lunch? Is it like the time where you're expecting to have banks call you back? Is it like what's going on?
Yeah. Look, I've decided to try a different format, and it's kind of impromptu stream in the middle of the day on Tuesday. So let's see how it goes, how many people will join us. I can see some people have joined us already. Guys, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today, we're not going to run for an hour. We're probably going to do it for 30 minutes as quickly as possible. So we're not going to take up a lot of your time. Since last stream, I received quite a few emails, people asking me to do it again and show how you can potentially generate leads, collect lead information, and then push this lead information through the workflow in Mystro. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Before we begin, I'm just going to give you a quick update on Mystro. We're going to be pushing some new updates to live, and I believe these updates will be available sometimes today or maybe tomorrow, Liam?
I think we'll send out an email today saying it's going live tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah. And this week or next week, Liam, you're going to be doing training on Mystro.
No, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
That's excellent. I'm all ready to go. Back to the YouTube. Here we go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait for that. So I'll join as well, as a spectator, and hopefully everyone will join us as well. And I'm sure you'll find it very interesting and very informative.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let's begin. I can see more people joining us. Guys, welcome. If you can see us, hear us, please send us a message. If you have any questions, please send message in the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer.
Well, I was going to say, Dimitri, we had a few people asking about making it clearer. So can we make it really large?
I'll try to. So
I'm even thinking we can move our maybe
like this.
Yes, let's do it like that. So it's as big as possible. There we go.
Yeah, that's too big. Maybe like this.
That's perfect. Okay. Nice. Let's kick off.
All right, let's kick off. So today, I'm going to show you how we can generate leads using Mystro forms embedded on a landing page. Now, I don't have a landing page, but I have a landing page that I've created in Mystro. So if I go to apps on the left menu, and my screen decided to change its resolution again. So if I navigate to apps and click page X, oh my God, it's not remembering my screen size for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to click loan SMS. So this is a landing page that I've created earlier. And I'm just going to grab a link for this page. And this will be my landing page that I'm going to be using today during the live stream. So I'm going to open this up in a new tab. So let me hit the URL, and this is my beautiful landing page. And this landing page is built in Mystro and is designed to help brokers to generate leads. And as you can see, this is very, very simple landing page. It's got some heading, it's got some instructions, it's got some call to action buttons. I have apply now or text your car price now. So this button is connected to Mystro bot. Liam, how cool is that? So when someone clicks on this button, we'll have a chat with that person and provide them with car price, with car quotation, essentially, how much they're going to be paying and so forth. I'm not going to do it today, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click Apply Now button. So this button is connected to a Mystro form. And here we go. So Mystro form has appeared, and it's a quick finance quote form. And basically this form is designed to generate leads. So let me go through this form, and then I'll show you what's happening in Mystro in backend and how it follows the workflow process that I've configured for this account. So I'm going to answer a bunch of questions. The vehicle estimated build year will be 2025. I'm purchasing from a dealership. Make of the vehicle, I don't know. I don't know the model. Approximate vehicle price, let's make it $60,000. So someone wants to borrow, someone wants to buy a car for $60,000. They don't have a deposit, long-term, 5 years, excellent credit, no declines, not for business use, living arrangements, I say I own a property, my residency status, and now we're going to collect client information, such as their first name, surname. Let me type my surname.
You've just painted the picture of a perfect client, Dimitri. This sounds like an absolute dream.
Absolutely. So my email and the phone number. And now we're going to click continue. So the last question we have is privacy end quote. As you guys know, in Mystro, we can automatically pre-populate PDFs with client information and get them signed on autopilot. So you don't have to send a separate request for signatures or for documents. It all happens as part of the workflow. This is a privacy policy test document. It's not a real document. In real case scenario, you just send us your privacy document, and we'll configure it so it populates with customer information and then get it signed by all applicants. So if there are 2 applicants, for example, on the form, excuse me, then the second applicant will receive a separate email and SMS. They will click on a link and they will sign the document. So it makes it extremely easy for you and extremely easy for your clients. I'm going to click sign, and I'm going to put my famous signature. Here we go.
What a joke.
That's my signature.
Can I just say, you guys all choose to be here, all right? So you can just take it.
And I'm going to sign document, and now straight away I'm presented with a list of documents that needs to be collected from a client. This list is automatically generated based on information that client provided in their fact find. So if it's a fact find, then, for example, if they're self-employed, then we'll generate a document checklist specifically for self-employed people. If they're pay-YG, or if they have investment properties, or if they have some kind of a business structure, then we'll generate a document checklist specifically for that scenario. So you don't have to manually create templates, figure out what documentation requests from clients. Mystro will do it for you. I'm going to upload my driver's license. So let me select driver's license from my hard drive. And I'm also going to upload a payslip. So this is a payslip that I'm always using in my demos. This is not a real payslip. This is just a payslip that I've downloaded from the internet. So it's not a real payslip. But essentially, once documents are collected, or as soon as they upload a document, it goes back to Mystro, so it's available to use right away. Also, it's important to note that in Mystro, we have a really, really powerful reminder system. And that system can be configured precisely for your requirements. I always recommend to remind clients as often as possible. So for example, when they start a form, and let's say they're not completing the form for some reason, because a lot of people, complete forms on mobile devices, and they get distracted, they get notifications, they get SMS messages, emails. If they stop, we can send them reminder. We can literally wait 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And send them a nice, gentle SMS reminder and say, hey, by the way, here's a link to your application. Click on this link and continue. And when they click on the link, for example, if they stopped on document upload, we'll take them exactly where they left off. So they don't have to think too much, where to click, what should they do? We tell them exactly what to do, and we take them exactly where they need to be. That creates a really, really smooth experience for your clients. Also with SMS reminders, client can actually reply to these reminders and they can ask questions, or they can say that they can't do it right now, but they'll do it next day, or they'll do it in 5 days. In that case, we'll pause the reminders until that time. And if they haven't done it by then we'll restart reminders. So we're not going to annoy clients because they told us that they don't have time. And we're going to make it extremely, extremely user-friendly. And that's very, very important to have client experience that is enjoyable and user-friendly. Because we don't want to confuse them. We don't want to overwhelm them with reminders, SMSs, but we want to send reminders at the right time. So Mystro handles all of this. And essentially, once they complete documents, everything goes back to your Mystro dashboard. So let me switch to my Mystro dashboard, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to refresh my in progress folder. And here we have a deal. So this is a deal that we've just created just now. And as you can see, the lead form is 100% complete. Signatures, 100% complete. So we've signed the document. If there was another applicant on the form, then another applicant would receive a link to sign a document, and signatures will be at 50% until that person signs the document. Now let's click on the form on our fact find and see what's going on in here. So first of all, on client form, we have 100% complete. So all information has been collected from the client. Obviously, we can collect more information. In this particular demo, we're just collecting simple quotation lead form. In documents, by the way, here's an updated design of the form. So this updated design will go live hopefully sometimes tomorrow or today, depending on how we go inside internally. In Documents tab, we have a list of documents that have been uploaded. So I can scroll here. I can see we've uploaded a driver's license. If I click on a document, it will give me a preview of a driver's license that we've collected. So this is my driver's license. And we've also uploaded a latest payslip. So if I scroll here, and because the resolution is so magnified, I can see everything in one grid, in one view, so I have to scroll. But as you can see, we also validate the document. So the driver's license has been validated, and the system confirmed that it is indeed a driver's license, and validation result is pass. And it's passed because the document is not expired, and it's a correct document. So in Mystro, we can set up different validation rules for different documents, and these rules will be executed when documents are collected or uploaded by a customer. We also rename documents. So as you can see, this document has been renamed according to my naming specifications. So for every document type, I can actually specify how I want my documents to be named, and the system will automatically do it for you. We already have a list of predefined naming conventions, but you can override it at any point of time, and you can change it specifically for your requirements. So that just creates a really, really saves a lot of time, basically, for you guys to go through the files and rename them. System does it automatically. In regards to payslip, as you can see, the system produced a warning. So it did validate the document, and it says, yes, it is a payslip indeed, but there is a warning. And the warning says that payslip is dated from August 2021, which is not the latest payslip. So we want a customer to upload latest payslip. So what I can do, I can just leave it, or I can reject this document. So if I click on dots here, kind of a menu, I can click reject, and I can type a rejection reason and click send. So client will receive email communication from you that they need to re-upload the document. And the email and SMS that they will receive will have a link, so they can click on the link. It will take them exactly where they need to be to that document that they've just rejected, and they will re-upload it. We also have capability to automatically reject documents. So if system produce a validation warning, instead of you doing this, we can automatically reject a document, and we can send it back to the client with the rejection reason, and tell them why the document has been rejected, so they can click on the link and re-upload it. Very easy. So it essentially closes the loop. So, we collect documents, client upload documents, we validate documents. If something is not right, we go back to them automatically until they upload all documents correctly. It's a huge time saver, isn't it, Liam?
Oh, I constantly am thinking about being a broker and how long it took to work on this stuff. And frankly, there's a lot of time saving that we can make in regards to, really packaging this up nice and easily, actually renaming it. We've got some awesome tools to actually get more and more context and understanding of documents that the clients actually provide. Coming shortly. I might even have a brief opportunity towards the end, Dimitri, just to briefly kind of hint at that. But it's a huge time saver.
Absolutely. All right. And you know what? If you need to collect extra documents, you can add extra documents anytime. After it's collected, before it's collected, it's all these tools available to you. So, for example, in payslips, I can collect, third payslip. Like whatever document I need to collect, I can just add that in, and I can add more documents. So maybe fourth payslip. And once I'm happy with this, I can click request documents, and it will confirm that I want to collect third payslip and fourth payslip, and I just click request. So the client will receive communication saying, hey, we need 2 more documents. Please go ahead, click on a link and upload these documents. So really cool. And once they start uploading, obviously it will go through document validation and the rejection process, and the system will ensure that the documents are collected correctly. So that's a document upload. Obviously, we have more features here, but I'm not going to dive deep into these features. I'm just going to focus on our process. Now, on the left, as you can see, we have a new workflow area where we can manage the workflow process. So this is essentially a control center where you can define your rules and steps that needs to be performed in order to take the lead to, in this case, to quote. But it doesn't have to be limited by quote. It can be, what happens after the quote, collect the entire fact find, do NCCP, send to get a lender approval. So all of these things can be handled in our workflow tool. So if I click on the lead workflow, so as you can see, it gives you a bit more information about the lead. So in this case, I said lead type. So we've got a bunch of lead types that I've set up for this scenario. And the lead type is automatically set to web because we've generated this lead from a landing page on the web. And we also have a requested date. So this is the time when we requested the information from a client. So it's all, so the history is available. And if you want to refer back to it, like when was it requested, here we go. So we know exactly when it was requested. I can also click send form. So if I want to resend the form, for example, I can click send form and it will resend the form to the client. These action buttons are connected to Mystro automations. So essentially, I can create any kind of button to do anything that is supported by Mystro automations. And Mystro automations, as you guys know, is very, very powerful tool. So we can create a sequence of events that we want to perform when something happens. So in this case, we'll say, okay, someone clicked on send form. Let's trigger the automation and let's execute list of those list of events. Now, and obviously, because we've submitted the lead from web, it has completed this task, and it set this task as complete. So when I go into my deal, I can see exactly what's going on. I can see lead is complete, compliance is complete. So if I click compliance, so I've got different compliance statuses, such as privacy, credit quote, credit guide status, and so forth. So this is also fully configurable. And in this case, I said, if all of these statuses automatically completed, let's complete this task. Obviously, I can create different rules around this. So I can have different buttons and different fields that I need to complete before the task is completed. So I know from quick glance that lead is generated, compliance is done. Let's click on documents. Let's see what's going on in documents. So if I click documents, I see document status is requested, and that's because we've requested documents from clients, and it's now going through the process of document collection and validation. And the requested date is today, and documents collected date is empty. So it will be set to document collection date when documents have been collected, and obviously the status will automatically update to collected. This is also done through Mystro automation, so it's fully configurable, and it can be customized precisely how I want it to be customized. So it's really cool, and all of my team who will log into this deal, they will see it, and they will know exactly where deal is at and what's going on. How cool is that, Liam?
Brilliant. This is great, Dimitri. I'm actually making a lot of notes because you're giving me some content that I can go through tomorrow, just making my life easier.
Okay, excellent. So what I'll do here, I'll delete this document, so I'll skip them. Actually, let's delete it from here. So I'm going to delete these documents, delete this one, and I'm going to delete these documents. We don't need to collect them. So by the way, if you don't want to collect something, you can just go ahead and delete them, so clients not gonna get annoyed by reminders that we need to collect documents. And in documents collection screen, I can see now everything is completed, and we are good to go. So the client interface will also get updated, and they will basically be notified that all documents collected. So it's a really straightforward thing for clients. They don't have to do anything, and for brokers, it's very easy to manage. Now, let me go back to my summary. Now, by the way, as you can see in documents, it automatically marked it as collected. So that means the document has been collected. The status set to collected. Document collected date is document collected date. So we know exactly that we've requested documents and we've collected documents, and it went through the process. Now, let's move to the next task, create a report. So with create a report, this is for demo purposes. As you guys probably know, with Mystro, you can create reports using Equifax. So you can connect your Equifax account to Mystro, and when I click Equifax report, it will pull in the create report. In this case, obviously, this is just a demo account, so create report will not be collected using Equifax. It just produces a option to set the create report status to completed. So if it was a real Equifax integration, it will run credit check, and it will set Equifax report status collected, and it will enter VEDA score, let's say 700. So right now I'm entering it manually, but we can display important fields that we want to see here, and these fields will be automatically pre-populated with the credit report information. So that's very handy. And once we've done credit report, obviously one of the steps we have here is quote. So here we can generate quote and update the quote status when completed. Now I've got a bunch of instructions here. We do have credit analyst tool that brokers can use to generate quotes and to analyze customer profile. Actually, you know what? I'll show you this tool very quickly. So if I click on this button, it will ask me to log into this tool. Let me just make it a bit bigger. So the tool is called, if you go to Clearpolicy.ai, this is where you can find this tool. So this tool is designed to analyze credit policies for different lenders and to produce a report. So I'm going to log into this tool very quickly. Let me just put my email.
While you're doing that, Dimitri, so we've been getting a lot of really awesome feedback from this. And just so everyone's clear, because it may not be clear, like this is not a part of the Mystro product, but it's an awesome opportunity for us to, on a separately with other resources that we've got available, to actually have a look and play around with new tech And off the back of this feedback, Dimitri, we've actually got this week our beta coming to Mystro to actually bring the research tool into the actual product itself based on that feedback. So if you're interested, send us a message. If you want to have a bit of a play around, we can introduce you to that beta group. But it's hard, man. We're getting so close to actually bringing this out to our customers, Dimitri, and they've already got access to this tool separate to Mystro, which is awesome. So if you're interested, go and register, because Dimitri's opened it up for people. But this technology in general is just awesome.
So right now it works for asset finance, and private lending will be coming next. But we're still refining the tool. Obviously, we're still adding lenders. So now we have, I think, 6 or 7 lenders in asset finance space. More lenders are coming on board shortly. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click on new scenario, and I'm going to put purchase price. And the idea of this tool is to analyze client information, such as their scenario, and perform research. So deep policy research. So you can read here, press start lender policy research to run an in-depth check on this scenario. The AI analyst will match a scenario to relevant lenders by product security, retrieve and scan current policy sources, validate hard gates, employment tenure, credit score, asset age, and so forth. Compare pricing factors where available, score and rank lenders by fit with clear pass-fails reason. So we do have internal ranking system that will rank lenders based on obviously policy information, their appetite to service this client, and also scenario information. So it will take a few minutes because accuracy matters. Each rule is verified against up-to-date sources, and edge cases are cross-checked to prevent errors. So that's why we run it and then we rerun it, and then making sure the data is accurate. Tips for best accuracy: add as much details as possible in the left scenario inputs, more complete inputs, more precise matching. So let's add a bit more information. We don't have deposit, no balloon. It's a dealer sale. It's a new car. And credit score, let's say we have 700 credit score. Owning property, employment, PAYG. Actually, let's make self-employed, and less than, let's say 2 years. Now, you don't have to enter this information. You can actually upload fact find right now, and the system will read the fact find, and it will extract all information it needs. But I'm just doing it manually because I'm just doing it manually. Now, if you have any additional information about this client, you can say something like employment and credit has been verified. And you can add more information, like this guy has been employed for 10 years, like whatever you have about the client, you can put it here. So this will be taken into account when we do deep policy research. And once we're happy, I'm going to click Start Lender Policy Research and let the tool do its magic. So as I mentioned before, it takes sometimes 3 minutes, sometimes 4 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes. It all depends on customer information, how much information we have, what lenders available, and so forth. And while it's doing this, it's researching lender policy, so it's actually telling you what it's doing. So you can follow this, or you can just go ahead and do your own things, such as adding notes. So I can add notes here. I can say this is a great client. And you can put anything you want about this client. So next time when you come back here, you can see all the notes that you've entered about this client. In reports, once we have generated response from our research agent, you can actually generate a report based on the research. So the report will itemize items to make it very easy to follow. So you can download the report as a PDF file, for example, and store it in your Mystro profile against the client or in Mystro Fact Find. So your team can open up this report and they can follow like whatever the recommendation is in that report. So let's wait for it to complete. In the meantime, Liam, do you want to add anything to it?
To be honest, I think we're moving into a very interesting space, Dimitri, where we're heavily investing into AI. I mean, what a lot of the stuff that we're working on, you guys haven't seen clearly. And well, by definition, it's not done. But we are wanting to build a very tight group of beta testers that can get access to this stuff earlier. Like, for example, Dimitri, I mean, we might go ahead and assume that getting really, really good quality information that takes a couple of minutes is the best way. But maybe user feedback is, you know, it's okay for for some mistakes to be made if it comes with a lot more speed in getting some responses. That could be one example. We actually want to tailor this for you guys. And frankly, the more people we get involved, Dimitri, the better the result is going to be. So there's you know, lender policies. Then we've got the ability to really talk to our system about stuff that has been collected from the clients, and that's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what we're playing around with here. So I think we'll be sending through some communication to see if we can really get some people who really, it might take a little bit of your time, but if you want to invest and we can provide access to these tools earlier than everyone else so that you can, you know, reap some of those rewards of helping us build it, we want to partner with you guys.
Yeah. And also, if you want to use this tool or try it out, go to Clearpolicy.ai, and it's free. So just enter your email, and you're off to go, off to the races. Now, also, please, guys, if you use this tool, please click on feedback button in the bottom right corner here and give us your feedback. So what do you think about this tool? If you think it's helpful, if you want to make any improvements to it, or if you want to do something that we don't do, please let us know, and we'll see if we can help you. But as you can see, the response came back. So that gave us a quick overview of a scenario. And then the response, the actual results are laid out in a nice table. So on this screen, obviously, you can't fit a lot, but what I can do, I can expand this table and I can see it in the full screen view. So here I can see that we have a category. So these are predefined research categories that the system performs when it does its analysis. And these are a bunch of lenders that we've included in this table. Not lenders are included, only lenders with higher fit score. So as I mentioned before, the system generates internal fit score and scoring lenders based on certain parameters and criteria. So security type, secured, borrower eligibility. So for Mystro, missing profile data, ABN months. So because we said the client is self-employed, we need to specify how long it's been actually self-employed. With PEPA, it's all eligible, apparently. So PEPA, all gates met. Now finance also require ABN months, and the Liberty require ABN months. So for Mystro, credit score is 500. So this is the minimum credit score. Defaults. So this is all information that is available from lenders. So this is extracted directly from their policies and matched to customer profile. So I'm not going to go through all of them. But in the overall fit, which is the last row, we can see that for Mystro, it's an edge case, ABN evidence. We need ABN greater than 24 months. And I believe in this demo, we said it's 2 years, so 24 months, but we need tax returns as well. And edge case as well everywhere, so 2-year tax returns. Notes on key lender rules for this scenario. So you can read about the notes. It tells you exactly how it came up with these numbers and recommendations. And next checks, it tells you what to do. So confirm ABN start and availability of 2-year tax returns. So obviously we said the client is self-employed for 2 years, but we need ABN start. So we need to make sure that ABN is 2 years old. And of course, I can add, read through this. Let's go through next check. So confirm credit score. So we need to validate it. If you upload a credit file, credit report file, it will automatically confirm it, obviously. If considering Now Finance at 70,000, confirm applicant age. So Now Finance obviously will do it if applicant is 25 years old at least. There are other lenders not shown, like this lender, and it tells you why it's not shown. So for example, Money 3 is not shown because consumer asset finance higher rate tiers from 13.95. So it's much higher than other lenders. So it decided not to show it at all. But it gives you a little bit understanding. Now what I can do, I can actually select Mystro, and I can say, let's research Mystro a bit further. So I click research, and here it opens up a research box where pre-filled with research Mystro CF, but I can add more data. I can say, give me a list of documentation requirements, for example. And if I do that, it will perform another research. So it will research Mystro in depth, and it will give you more information about that specific lender and scenario fit for this lender. And in this case, I've asked it to compile a list of documentation requirements. So it will give you a list of documents that you might need to collect from clients in order to send the deal to Mystro. Also, I can generate a report. So I already have some information that I've collected. I'm not going to wait for more information to come in. I can just click generate report, and the system will extract all information that we've collected so far, or we've generated so far. It will look at customer scenario profile, pretty much everything that we have. Even if you upload documents, it will take into account document information that you uploaded, and it will generate a report that you can download and go to Mystro here, Mystro dashboard for this client, and you can add this report as a note. So I can say, report attached, or credit policy report, and I can attach a file. So once the report is generated, I can download it and attach it to a credit, to my profile here. So that way I can manage this process. Obviously, as Leah mentioned, we're going to be bringing these tools in Mystro. So everything will be connected automatically, such as, all documentation will be available to the tool, including fact find, including pretty much everything that we collect in Mystro will be available to that tool. And you'll be able to run policy searches automatically without needing to upload data or documentation manually. So that will make it extremely easy and extremely simple. But once quote is done, it will be marked as done, and you can proceed to the next stage, whatever the next stage is. So right now, after the quote, we don't have any next stages or next steps, but the next step could be send to lender, or collect extra documents, or whatever it is. The system will prompt you to do that, and you can jump on and follow the rules and follow the procedures. So here we go. So now we have report generated. And also our research tool came back with a list of documentation. Documentation requirements analysis for Mystro. So we need core documents for self-employed, self-employment tenure in income evidence. We need bank statements. We need credit file and arrears-related evidence if available. If there are any telco utility defaults, maximum 2 and each 1,000, then we need to have a proof of payment, for example. So it gives you actually not just a list of documents, but rules and when to collect these documents. Saving evidence, so we need bank statements, identity, obviously, and deal-ready checklist for this client. So this is what we can request right now. So 2 years ABN history, 2 years tax returns, and so forth. And submission guidelines, so we're not going to go through this. But we can take this into account. I can literally just copy all this information that I want. I can also paste it in my notes. So I have notes with this information. I can download report, as I said before. If I click on the report, it will show me the report with all the steps, such as executive sections, such as executive summary, scenario snapshot, eligibility, policy check, lender comparison report, affordability and risk notes, data gaps, recommendation and next steps, and so forth. I can download this by clicking on download button, and then I can go back to Mystro and upload it right here. So let me go to my downloads folder. I don't even know where it downloaded it. Here we go. That's the report. And I can just upload it here. And here we go. Now I've got the report with notes. So I can click on this report and I can read it if I want to. So this is our scenario report with everything that we've done in Clearpolicy, nicely available in PDF. So your team can follow this guide and make a decision. So here we go. That's what I wanted to show you today. Liam, do you have anything to add?
Only that I'm very excited to get this into people's hands.
Awesome. So guys, please join Liam tomorrow on the training. If you want to use Credit Policy Analyst, you can go to Clearpolicy.ai website. And on that website, you'll be able to just sign up and start using it straight away.
Awesome. How good. Middle of the day, quick, in and out. Really appreciate your time, guys.
Guys,
so you're all very busy, but no, it's awesome to kind of have an opportunity to showcase.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we took a bit of longer than 30 minutes. It's 41 minutes, but I think it's enough. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you on next live stream. Hopefully, we'll do it on Friday.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Bye.